I can have your attention here in the media center, we're going to start off our media availability here today with Ty Dillon, driver of the number 33 Circle Sport Realtree Ream Chevrolet in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, making his NASCAR Sprint Cup Series debut. And Ty, talk about the excitement that you have coming into this weekend here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Yeah, this is a huge moment for me in my career to make my first Sprint Cup Series start in a sport that I've been a part of my whole life. And I've been going to races here in Atlanta for such a long time. It's almost like a second home track to me. It's so close to my house in North Carolina. This is a dream come true for me, and so honored to have Ream and Realtree on board for this start. So I'm looking forward to it. I was able to come test a couple weeks ago, and the test went really well. So looking forward to hopefully a great debut.
Now, Ty, you're also running for the championship in the NASCAR Nationwide Series in that number 3 Yuengling Light Lager Chevrolet, and talk about how you're preparing for this weekend and how you're using the time in the Cup car to really help you prepare in the championship side in the Nationwide Series.
Yeah, I think it's only going to be a positive for my Nationwide program to be in the Cup race this year. It'll slow everything down for me. I hadn't been here in 2 years, and the last time I was here at 1, so I feel like I got a pretty good grip on this racetrack. And the way our Nationwide team is performing right now, I think we have a great opportunity to win in a race and really piling on some points for this championship. So looking forward to what the experience in the Cup car is going to bring me for the Nationwide car, and maybe we can get the Yuengling Light Lager Chevy in Victory Lane on Saturday night and have a great Cup debut the next night.
Outstanding. We're going to open the floor now for questions. I'll ask you to raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you, and then when we get that microphone to you, if you can state your name and affiliation. We'll start right over here, and then we'll move up front.
Mark Carroll, PRN. Ty, given where you are in the Nationwide Series points right now, I know you want to sort of, gain a little bit each and every week, but at what point do you really feel like you've got to be a little bit closer so they at least understand that you're going to apply some pressure both to Smith and to Chase Elliott?
I think it's from now on. I think we just gotta continue to run in top 5 and hope for some mistakes from those guys, because that's kind of what's put us behind. We were only 12 points out 2 weeks ago. And we had a steering box go out at Mid Ohio, and that really knocked some points off of our game that we kind of had going in the second half. And but our team and the way we've been running hasn't changed. We've been fast everywhere. We just had a couple mechanical issues. So we're going to continue to run up front and have opportunities to win the race like we did last week at Bristol, and let those guys fold.
We'll go to the Motor Racing Network and then over to Bob.
Hey, Ty. Tyler, MRN. Junior has this fantasy football league going on, and you're in it. Tell us who your first pick was, what's your team name, and who's talking the most trash.
Well, man, that was the first draft I did. Now I'm in like 5 different leagues. So I think my first pick was I was first overall, so I took Adrian Peterson. Yep. So he was my first pick. I had to do it. It's hard to go against him. Why? Because I've never had the first pick before, and I've always wanted Adrian Peterson.
Go over to Bob.
I think it's just Ty Dillon's team on that league.
Bob Parker, Sporting News. Do you know kind of how many Cup races you'll do this year and kind of next year, as far as like what's the plan for your progression?
I know we were already planning on hopefully doing some stuff next year. This year's kind of open book. This whole Atlanta first race didn't come until a couple weeks ago. So I think it's wherever my grandfather feels like he can throw me in, and we'll have a great opportunity. It's still open to running a couple more hopefully this year, and definitely planning on doing some next year also. So looking forward to the future opportunities and just trying to make the best out of this weekend.
We'll go back to Ed.
Ed Hinton, ESPN.com. Ty, you just now answered most of what my question was going to be, but see if we can elaborate a little bit. You said this deal didn't come together the last couple of weeks. Sort of which came first? Your grandfather saying Atlanta's the place for you to start, or the deal just happened to fall in place?
It all kind of came together at different times. At the beginning of the year, my grandfather sat down with me and wanted me and him kind of looked over the schedule and picked out 4 or 5 tracks I felt like I could go make my first Cup start at and do well. And this is one of the tracks on the list. And we kind of didn't really talk about it throughout most of the season. Then things kind of came together. And here recently we got the sponsorship and everything came together to be able to make this happen. So It all started off with me and him. You know, he had a plan to run me in a cup race, and we sat down and picked a few tracks, and this was one of them. And then within the past couple weeks, it's all kind of come together.
So this one didn't. I was just going to ask you specifically about this racetrack, what y'all liked about it, and was it not it just happened to be this one rather than the 2 or 3 others?
Yeah, it just happened to be this one. This is kind of the right timing for us and for RCR and our whole Cup program. I feel like we were able to get a test in. The whole team came here and was able to test. And for me, it's the place I came to 2 years ago and won a truck race first time out. I know there's a big difference between trucks and Nationwide and the Nationwide Cup. But I feel comfortable here. I've done fairly well at mile and a halfs across my career. I feel really comfortable on mile and a half racetracks. And I feel like this is one of my strong suits in racing is mile and a half racetracks. So why not make a start at somewhere I feel comfortable.
We're going to go next to Mark and then over to Woody.
Mark Arrow again, PRN. Ty, 2-part question. 1, how would you describe how you and Austin cheerlead each other? And then 2, how would you describe the way you compete against each other when you're racing on the same day?
I think Austin at Indianapolis was a good example on how we cheer each other. We want to see each other win just as bad as we want to win personally. I think being in a different situation as brothers in this sport, we get to pull for each other because we're both racing for the same team, and we really get to express our full emotions about how well we want our brother to do. So we're always cheering for each other, trying to push each other to be the best. And our competitive edge, where we always want to have more wins than the other one, or more championships, or more anything, top 5s, whatever it is, we're always going to compete at it, whether it's trying to get in the car first or trying to get out of the car first, racing to the car on our feet. We're going to compete. So I think that's just another edge that it brings to our team, and that we can push each other to make RCR as a whole better.
Let's go next to Woody.
Woody came with MRN. Ty, just want to look ahead next week to Richmond. Your expectations there, last short track of the season for you guys on the Nationwide side.
Yeah, we coming off a strong run at Bristol. I'm looking forward to Richmond. I think we got some things, and I know the tracks are totally different, but we've got some things that we're working on. As far as our short track program, that are going to get better. We're going to kind of go with a new theory of thinking on the way to Richmond and try something different. We weren't too good there earlier this year, and so I'm excited to get there. I'm just excited to continue racing this Nationwide Series. I feel like my team has really come together strong right now. If we wouldn't have the mechanical issues that we've had in the past couple weeks, we'd be right there on them for the championship. So, but we're not giving up. We're going to win some more races by the end of this year and put the pressure on them.
Let's go up front to Tyler.
Hey Ty, Tyler MRN again. When you and Austin go race modified, say like at a Hobstadt or something, or late models at a short track, do you guys feel like there's a target on your back because you are the Dillons going to a dirt track like that?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess people, now that we've been successful in the higher NASCAR rankings, I feel like that people do kind of put somewhat of a small target on you. They want to beat you. They want to prove that they can do it too. So it makes it fun. But I love going back short track racing and competing in the ranks that was able to give me the experience to get to where I am now. And we try to do as much dirt late model racing and super late model and dirt modified racing as possible, because I feel like it always helps our skills. You do things so quick on a dirt car, things happen so fast. You get in a Sprint Cup car and you have to make decisions, or you get in a Nationwide car and the decisions come to you quicker because on dirt things happen so quick that your mind's working at a different level.
Well, Ty, big weekend for you, making your NASCAR Sprint Cup Series debut, and I wish you the best of luck and have a great weekend.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.